All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Hello, Yazoo City. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Yazooans Live. This is my first um, platform broadcast in a while. And with everything going so crazy in the world, I really did not have the time to jump on here because we've been dealing with regular life things happening. So I just felt like it's time to get back engaged and involved. And with the world going haywire, like I said, it's basically um, everything that we don't want in the world. But I spent a lot of time on Facebook looking for things that inspired me. And at times like this, we need love. I thought that love is something that I wanted to focus on as my first platform subject. And I discovered this couple just looking on Facebook. They're from Yazoo City. They were posting things, and I was like, wow. I saw this particular picture here, and I thought it was just the most beautiful sight to see, and it was like, wow, that's beautiful. And of course I'm a little nosy, and I got more engaged in things, and I decided, I want to reach out to them and see if they'll come on the platform and at least show some of these pictures, right? So I reached out to them, and of course they might have thought I was kind of kooky at first and like, what is this? But when I explained it to them, what I was trying to do, they agreed to, okay, sure, we'll come on and share, and I wanted to find out more about their journey, about their story, how they met, and all of that, because what they have is what the world needs most. The world needs love. So I thought that this would be a great precursor to after Valentine's Day to have them join me. So without further ado, I am going to bring to the platform James and Jackie Allen. Hi, guys.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome, 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 and thank you guys for agreeing to come on and share some of your story, share about your life and all of that, and let us get to know you and just share about your journey. I mean, we're not trying to get all up in your business or anything, but just to share your journey to becoming, right? That's a new word now, is becoming. So I wanted to just, talk to you about your life. And
We lost her.
I'm not sure if you guys still hear me.
Yes, we
We can hear
can
you
now.
now.
Okay. Okay, bear with me because I haven't done this in a minute. So, but you guys have lived some very exciting lives, and I've called you wanderlust, meaning people who have a passion for traveling. In case people don't, they just hear lust, but wanderlust is a spirit and a passion for traveling. And that's something that you both have done in your lives before you even retired, right? James, you were in the military.
That's correct.
So, how long were you in the military?
27 years.
27 years. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. When did you retire?
I retired July of 2013, and
Hmm.
it's been great ever since.
Wow. And Jackie, you're retired school teacher. And how long
Absolutely.
have you been retired?
I just recently retired this past May.
Wow. Well, we need school teachers, though. I don't know. They might be calling you back.
I'm done.
But you guys, the pictures that I saw that just basically captivated me. Hold on one second in the screen. Let me get you off of this. But the picture that I saw, this particular picture, where this was in Abu Dhabi,
Yes, Dubai. Mhm.
Dubai. What was the occasion for this trip? Because I know you take lots of trips. Who chose this trip?
Well, actually, my sorority selected that particular trip and we joined them. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a part of the Traveling Pearls. And
Mm-hmm.
we select places to go each year. And that was one of the places selected.
How is it traveling with a group?
It
Was
was
that a challenge at all?
Well, it was fine because you do some things as a group, but a lot of things you did as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't locked into a group.
I see.
Mhm.
I see. So did you go through a travel agency for the travel arrangements
Um,
for?
One of my sisters, sorors,
Mm-hmm.
is a travel agent,
I
so
see.
she set up everything for us. A lot of the traveling that we do on our own, but that particular trip we went with the group.
I see. And they prepare you for the customs and all of that because a lot of people get in trouble with international travel. There are certain things that you can't do when you leave out of the country
Absolutely.
that can cause a international incident if you go out of the country. So you basically really do need to know how to travel when you travel internationally. But with both of your backgrounds, you having traveled internationally in the military, and Jackie, you've traveled as a military spouse at one point, right? So there
Absolutely.
things that we need to learn before we venture into traveling out of the out of the country, because behaviors can be a national disaster if you're not.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I love this picture. Did you
Thank
find who took this? Did you have a photographer set up?
Yes, a professional photographer um,
Wow,
from from Dubai.
from Dubai. Wow.
Yeah.
Was there anything specifically they said you couldn't do in Dubai?
Gosh,
Anything that you
it
what?
was a list. So we worked as a group and just followed each other's lead and made sure we were on task.
Mhm.
Well, in addition to that, some third world countries have different customs that they have that's different from the U.S.
Mhm.
Uh, One, for example, is some countries shake with their left hand.
Oh.
So you have to be mindful, which hand you want to reach out when you shake
Mhm.
a hand because it could be disrespectful.
Okay.
And then religious customs, there's so many things that could be different from the way we live in the U.S.
Mhm. Wow. And what about with the religion customs? Like, what would be totally is like a no? What I mean,
Well,
I know it's what percentage of that country was is Muslim and follow the strict Muslim customs. Far as I like with Jackie, I saw you with the wrap up. I went to Turkey, so there were certain things that we had to stop and buy for covering the head and all of that.
Right. We visited some of the temples and various things, and they provided a lot of the outfits that we
Hmm.
wore.
And then
Okay.
you also have certain parts of the body that has to be covered. So we have to be respectful to that as well.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yes, because that could really cause a lot of trouble. When we went to Turkey, we visited a few temples, and you had to take your shoes off.
Mhm.
Um, you weren't able to walk in the temple with your shoes on. So that was for men and women, and of course the women, we had to cover our heads. So that was something that we had to do.
Mhm.
But how
Absolutely.
long did you stay? How long was your visit?
I think that was about 7 or 8 days.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we stayed there.
Mm-hmm. 7 or 8 days. And
Mhm.
then did you have a connecting trip with that? Like,
Um,
did you go to any other, or was it just there and back home?
Well, when we left there, I think we flew to Paris.
mhm.
Oh, Paris. Okay. I love Paris. I mean, how was your trip there?
That's nice.
Yeah, it was actually our second time being there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we had gone there previously, and it was very nice then. We're in Barcelona, Spain,
Mm-hmm.
and we did a cruise, and we went to several of the different countries within the cruise. And right before the cruise ended, we took a flight to Paris,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and we stayed there for a couple of days.
Okay. And out of all the trips that you've taken, because you guys have done, I don't think we have enough time to go into all the trips that you guys have taken, because you've done some massive traveling.
Mhm.
And how many years have you been together traveling?
Just two.
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
You guys have done a lot of traveling. Let me hide this, and I tried to do a little um, slideshow of
Okay.
your traveling, and it's Dubai, Mexico. What city in Mexico did you go to?
Cozumel.
Yeah, we
Cozumel,
went to Cozumel and also Cancun.
Mhm.
Cancun.
Mhm.
And now Mexico is really a little tricky space to visit,
Mhm.
um, with the safety reasons, for the safety reasons.
Right, right.
But I love Mexico. It's not too far from California, so we spent a lot of time traveling there. And this one, was this Jamaica?
I think that was Jamaica.
I believe so.
That was Jamaica.
Mhm.
'Cause I tried to do a little map of your adventure. Cozumel, Tampa, and Panama. Oh my
Mhm.
God. Uh, Goodness. What is that? Cancun? I mean, you went to the Caribbeans, you went to
Mhm.
Paris, you went to London, England, which is somewhere I've never been, and I can't wait to go there, Jackie. How
Mhm.
was London?
Very nice.
Where did
Enjoy.
you guys stay in London?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember.
So
Goodness.
who did the booking for that trip?
Um, that would have been something that I did right before we were together before we got
Mhm.
married. Hmm. So it
So
would have been
during your dating years, you did travel together during the dating years.
we
Yeah,
did some things together.
we did.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's good. I mean, that's a great way to get to know people. It's when you travel with them, right?
You're right.
Absolutely.
So that's I mean, there's some things I found out through travel that I'm like, oh my God, I will never ever travel with that person again.
But London, I traveled with my son and my daughter, Jordan and Jasmine, on that
Hmm.
particular trip.
Hmm. So let's talk about when you first met.
Okay.
Where did you first meet?
Okay. Now I remember James from fifth grade, and but
I forgot you. We were in the same hometown. So did
yeah,
you knew him in Yazoo City? What grades apart? Were you in the same grade?
yes. But
Okay.
we weren't. You know how you are when you're in elementary, so we didn't really
Mhm.
talk or anything. But until high school, I remember, starting to have conversations then in high school.
Mhm.
But after that, of course, life happened.
Mhm.
We went to different colleges, um, went our separate ways, um, have had families,
Mhm.
children, and then, of course, life happened again, and then we found ourselves reconnecting after
Right.
we lost our spouses.
Yes. And
Mm.
and that's, that's a big transition period, but the fact that um you found each other again
Right.
and your kids were grown by
Yes.
then,
Ye-
everybody was grown. So it's
mhm.
not like bringing together a young blended family that's still dealing with the trauma of loss, right?
Right.
Right.
They were older and had their own lives, and um you you're what you both are experiencing is something people in our age group might have to deal with.
Yes.
We might have to deal with how do you move on the second part of your life when the person you were with, you thought you would be with forever until death do you part, and death does you part. Um, do you have to go on living,
That's
right?
right.
Correct.
Hmm.
Have to go on living, and then you are a little bit mature in what you're looking for that second time around. The
Absolutely.
expectations are a little bit different than they were getting married at 20, 21, then at 40, 45, 50,
Hmm.
right?
Absolutely.
Right.
So you found what how did you know this was the man for you for your second half that you would even entertain that? How did
Well,
you know?
after we reconnected, we went on a date, and
Mhm.
I'll let him tell you what how the date went.
Okay, James.
Well, I think our first date, I was going to see her, and I told my kids that I'm going to see this lady, and you know we're going to you know
Okay. We kind of lost them. I tell you, just when the story's getting good. So wait 1 second. They can log back on. We're going to see if they can log back on. I'm not sure where they went, but we have a server out here where I am and it's unpredictable. So let's give them a moment to log back on. This happens sometimes. So let's see if we can get them back on. So I will wait, but this just when the story's getting good, this happens. So we're going to have them, let's wait for a second for them to log back on. Let's give them a second to log back on. Hold on 1 second. We're having a little technical difficulties. So let's give them a chance to log back on here. 1 second. Okay. Hold on. So we're going to have them, let's wait for a second for them to log back on. Okay. Let's give them a second. Okay. It's the log back on here. Jackie, James. 1 second. Let me tell them to log back on. Okay. Okay. Let's give them a second. 1 second. Okay. Let me have her log back on. Okay, one moment. Okay, let me see if I can get them back on. Hold on. We're still here, so stay with us. We're just having a little technical difficulty, but we will be with you soon as they log back on. Soon as they log on. This is why I do not like all of this technology. It is not solely dependable. So let's give us a minute and we will be back. Stay with us. We're going to log back on in a minute. I'm waiting for them to get on. Worst case scenario is I have to log off and reboot, but I am still on. I'm waiting for them to come back on the platform. So give us a minute. Give us a minute. Jackie, James, where are they? I tell you, just when we're getting to the good part, this happens. One moment. These things happen when if we're working with technology, things happen. But we're all with family here. This is Yazoo. So we're all family. So stay with us uh, as I reach out to Jackie. Stay with us. Okay, I'm bringing them back to the platform. That was just in enough time. Let me get you guys back in here. Let me get you back in. There you are. That was just in enough time for people to have a bathroom break. So, so that's not bad. That's not bad. Just when James was
Oh, Lord. Lord.
It's a story that we can't get a chance to tell.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
You can hear me now. This technology, I'm telling you, this is like we had a great tech rears and none of this happened. So, but anyway, just when we were getting to the good part, James, you were getting ready to tell us how you met this beautiful woman and you decided you wanted to take her out. Did you already have in your mind where this might be going?
Well, I had in my mind where I wanted it to go,
Uh huh.
and I can remember the very first time that I went down to visit her. Uh, and the good thing about having adult kids is even better when you have mature adult kids.
Absolutely.
Mm
And I remember telling them that I was going to visit this lady, and they were saying, "Dad, you going empty-handed?"
hmm.
And, and I wasn't thinking about having anything. I was just taking myself.
mm hmm.
And so they were telling me, I have two daughters,
Mm hmm.
and they they've been keeping me on track all of my life, but still, they said, look, if you're going to visit a lady, you need to take something like some flowers. So
Oh my gosh.
so I had to find a flower shop uh,
Mhm.
en route to Warner Robins, Georgia. And so I found the place. I bought the flowers and everything, and I even took a picture of the flowers and showed them.
Oh
Sent the
my
picture to them.
gosh, approval. You had to get
Yeah,
approval.
yeah. So I knew if I was approved by two women
Mhm.
for another
Smart.
woman, you
Mhm.
can't go wrong.
That's
So
true.
so I did that, and it was one of the smartest things that I had done.
Oh,
Absolutely.
wow. Wow. So what was your first date like? Where did you go?
We had we went to dinner and a movie. So
Mhm.
I remember us going to a Mexican restaurant and then going to a movie. So
Wow.
and it's a great date. So I kind of knew then that things were looking positive.
Ah.
I
So that was a second date? How was the second date? How did that
think we
pan
ended
out?
up going. I invited him to a sorority event
Uh-huh.
because I've been active forever, and I wanted to invite him and introduce him to my sorority sisters and that type of thing,
Mhm.
and we had a wonderful time as well.
And you're both affiliated with fraternity and sororities, right? Which ones?
That's, that's correct. I am a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and
Mhm.
so going to a sorority event was nothing new for me.
Mhm.
So we enjoyed each other, along with the festivities that they had in the event.
Right. So you both support each other in your different sorority and fraternity outings.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
That's good. That's good. I was trying to put this up because I have this with you guys, our AKAs and omega phi beta sigma.
Absolutely.
And and I've noticed that you also complement each other in your dress attire when depending on whose event you're going to. I see a little blue over here and a little pink sometime with him. So
Absolutely.
that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you so
So
much.
tell me.
I do want to say that our daughters, they're
Mhm.
also members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So we're very proud of that.
Oh, so his daughters are AKAs too.
That's
Absolutely, and
correct.
my daughter is
Wow.
also an AKA.
And
So
my son is a Phi Beta
Mhm.
Sigma fraternity incorporated man.
absolutely.
Wow.
So we're
That's
very, very
great.
proud of all of our children.
Mhm. That's great. So let's get to the engagement
Oh,
part,
okay. That's
the
the good part.
proposal. Now I'm
It
getting
was
all in your business now because I want to
that's
know at
okay.
what point did you decide this is it, James? That
Wow. You,
did you discuss it with your kids?
you know, at first I did not.
Mm-hmm.
At first I did not discuss it. It was one of those things that when you're alone and you're talking, you're getting to know each other, and
Mm-hmm.
and you're at that stage where you're enjoying each other's company.
Right.
Um, Things happen, and I think when I asked her to be my wife, it was one of those things that happened at the spur of the moment.
Where
And
were you? What were you doing? Paint the
I come
picture.
in on this part.
well, I let my wife pick
Please do, because men forget all the details. The
it.
tell
Well,
us what happened.
we were invited to his home for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all came down to Augusta. And it just so happened on Christmas Day, he
Mm-hmm.
proposed. And
Wow.
he got on one knee and
Mm-hmm.
proposed. And for those that weren't here, one of our daughters was videoing the entire time. I had no idea, you know.
Wow.
So it was
Mhm.
all captured on video, and I said yes. And by June
Oh,
of the next year, we were married.
wow. And married you were. Because what a
Absolutely.
beautiful wedding you had. A
Thank you.
beautiful wedding. Um, I have been nosy all on your pages. Okay. I was just, oh my God, the location was just so spectacular. Being a person from the theater, let me get this picture up. I just love the setting. I love everything about um, your wedding.
Thank you.
The locate. Who picked the location?
You did.
Well, I remember when my son got married,
Mm-hmm.
the coordinator had different settings that he showed him,
Mm-hmm.
to get married in, and one of these settings, I mean, it was a place to die for, and it was such a beautiful building
Mm-hmm.
to where I just knew that this is where um, I wanted to create my queen, and
Ah.
I wanted to unite with this lady in that kind
Mm-hmm.
of setting.
Sacred Heart.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful. I love that. What do you know the history of this building? What is this, a chapel or?
It used to be I think it was a Catholic church,
Mm-hmm.
and over the years, the church became a a place where people would get married in. So that's all they
Mm-hmm.
do now. They have events there.
Mhm.
So when we when I first saw it, I just knew I didn't want to look anymore because I knew that this is where I wanted to be. And then when I got her involved into the building and looking at pictures and coming to visit,
Mm-hmm.
we knew that this is where we wanted to get married at.
Well, you picked a fabulous location
Thank
for
you.
the wedding. Um, it was just exquisite. It really is. And you guys were just a gorgeous couple. Um, I love the element of having the ballerina there dancing. I mean, I thought that whose idea was that?
Mine.
You said mine.
Mine. Absolutely.
It was just absolutely beautiful. And is this your pastor officiating?
No, it actually is one of my fraternity brothers,
That's a pastor.
Really?
and he's a pastor.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
we go back years when we were pledging,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and so he and I live here in Augusta,
Mhm.
and I wanted him to do it because I knew him personally, and I knew that he would be the best guy to do this.
Wow. Well, it looked like he did a great job. And I
Absolutely.
love this. That's beautiful. But what really struck me about this picture, uh, just my I want to say my talent or my gift of looking at details. But do you see how that angel was bowing behind you?
Wow.
Mm.
Beautiful.
That's amazing. That's immediately I looked at that in the joy that you guys have. But that angel, statue of that angel bowing down like he was like, "Yes."
Oh,
Like, "Yes."
awesome. Mhm.
That caught my attention with this picture. I think that's a beautiful picture. Do you have this displayed in your house somewhere? This picture?
We have a ton of our wedding pictures
You need
everywhere.
to blow this one up. You need to
Absolutely.
you need to blow that one up and hang it up because that's symbolic. That's
Absolutely.
amazing to have
Mhm.
captured that. And I also like that your kids were all there. Is
Absolutely.
all the
Exactly.
girls
Yes.
and
That's
sons?
that's
Yes.
everybody.
Wow.
Mhm.
So how important was it to you guys that they were a part of your wedding?
It
Oh, it was extremely important
meant
Mhm.
everything.
because we were doing something that really needed their involvement,
Mhm.
and we wanted to make sure that we had their blessings as well as you know our own.
Mhm.
So they were a big part of this whole thing.
Absolutely. And I appreciate the love and the support. As a matter of fact, the daughters, Latricia and Brianna, gave um, an item for my Pandora. It's the letter A.
Mhm.
And they told me, welcome to the A team, since our last name is Allen.
Oh,
So it was just special.
that's great. That's great. So, where did your honeymoon?
We cruised. That's when we went to Barcelona,
Mhm.
Spain, and all the different places, and ended up in Paris.
Wow. I love this is another favorite picture of you guys. The
Oh yeah.
black and white is just a beautiful picture, just the wedding. I don't know what I did with the picture with the ballerina, but Jackie, who picked your dress? Where did you get your dress from?
Oh gosh, we went several different places. We ended up at a different one of the bridal shops here in Augusta.
Mhm. Well, now how long did it take for you to plan this wedding? What was the process like
Oh my
for
goodness.
how did
Um,
you pick a date?
well, you know what? After being engaged on Christmas Day, decided to be a June bride, and that's what we
Okay.
did. So June
Wow.
7th, we made it official.
June 7th.
And
Wow.
plus we had to have a date where everybody could come and everybody could
That's
be a part of it.
Mhm.
right.
So
That's
that
always hard.
yeah,
Oh
so it worked out.
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely. And my daughter Jasmine is coming from Denver, Colorado. My son Jordan and his wife Warner Robbins. My brother Detroit, Michigan. My sister North
Mhm.
Carolina. My nephew
Mhm.
of Texas. We all got together, and it was just beautiful.
Wow. That's amazing. That really is. Well, you had a beautiful wedding. I enjoyed looking at your pictures. Um, you guys have done enormous amount of traveling in such a short time. So
Absolutely.
you're not, you're making up. I mean, you're living your best life from what I'm seeing. I'm always happy to see people from Yazoo City uh, that have the opportunity to travel because that was not something that was available in my generation. I mean, in my family, I don't know too many people that traveled that got to leave and go anywhere other than Chicago or Detroit or you know. But now young people in Yazoo City are traveling out of the country, and it's just great to see that, to have that opportunity. I think the first time I went out of Yazoo City was Chula, Mississippi. I think I went to Chula, and going to Jackson was major, okay? You going to
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Jackson.
you're
And
right.
I think,
Mhm.
our school afforded us a field trip to the zoo in Jackson. Was really when you're in elementary school to go to the zoo in Jackson, and I think as we got older, we got to visit the Gulf Coast. That was my first time seeing the ocean,
Right.
seeing big
Hmm.
body of water. But,
Hmm.
just to go to Chicago or somewhere, that was traveling for a lot of people at home.
Oh,
But
absolutely. I
now it's
still
just
have a
Exactly.
great.
brother that's in Detroit, Michigan, George.
Mhm, mhm.
Absolutely. Hmm.
So, you guys are and now just seeing how things have evolved where people are not afraid because some people are afraid. They can't even see themselves leaving
Mm.
this country going anywhere, and the
Absolutely.
world is so big and it just bring a lot to life experiences when you get out there and you see something different. It helps you to have change your vision about life more than
Absolutely.
just small town. Not saying there's something wrong with small town, but you can still have a vision that can help a small town with what you've learned, you can bring back. But your pictures just really captured me to the point where I reached out to you. I wanted to know more. And so this is great. I've had Kevin Reeves on here before for the same reason because I saw him in that headdress that you wore in the desert,
Oh, absolutely.
James, and that was
Uh,
his everyday wear there, and I called him and I talked to him and I found out that he was a school teacher of some royal family prince over in Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia. But
Hmm.
it was like, wow, I want to talk to you. I wanted you to tell, what was that like? And then just being able to share it and bring it to the platform. And not that we want to be nosy, but I thought that the visions that you put up was just too beautiful to ignore.
Thank
And thank you for coming on here, sharing, and letting me dig a little deeper in your lives.
you. No worries.
But you guys have done some great traveling, and you're enjoying your life. And you've been married for how long now?
2 years.
well, we're going on 2 years now.
Hmm.
2 years. Now, where do you see yourself traveling next? What's the next big adventure?
New York.
New York.
We plan on going next month, as a matter of fact,
Mhm.
To New
uh,
York?
to New York and do a lot of sightseeing there,
Mhm.
take more pictures, and buying more magnets.
We have a family cruise planned for June as
Uh-huh.
well, and then have a girls trip. I have
Mhm.
two girlfriends from Yazoo City, and we get together once a year, and then we do a girls trip, and we'll cruise out of New Orleans in
Out of
August.
New Orleans?
Mhm.
Wow. And New York. Now, I've been to New York
Mhm.
before. Now, have you gone to New Orleans?
Well, of course, later in the year we'll go to New Orleans, but our upcoming trip will be for my birthday. I will be going to Manhattan, New York.
Mhm.
My brother George and my cousin Paul would meet us there.
Okay. So, do you have family? You have no family in New York, though.
Oh
You're
no.
just
We
okay.
travel and then we sightsee and go to plays and different things like that. We don't have to know anybody at the location. We just make it our own.
Right.
Joy.
That's great. So you're brave travelers. So you have a lot of stamps in that passport. You have a lot of stamps in that passport. And I see this picture of you. I think this is the one that you were saying you took in London.
Oh, absolutely.
That
That's
one.
with my daughter and son, Jasmine and
Mhm.
Jordan. Mhm.
Wow. That's wonderful. I mean, you are living your best life. I think that's what should be your theme. I'm living my best life in your
Trying,
blessed life. So
trying.
that's great. And James, I want to unpack some things with you. Jackie said that she's a retired school teacher. In retirement, what do you do to keep yourself busy
Well,
since you're
I can
both retiring, other than traveling?
in my spare time, I like to do crafts.
Mm-hmm.
So I do woodworking, and I'm one of those that would try anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see it, I know I can do it. So I set out to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I build a lot of stuff, around the house and stuff, and it keeps me busy too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I build things like beanbag games, and
Wow.
I build, I make trophies, plaques, uh, just about picture frames, just about anything you can think of. If I set my mind to it, I get it done.
Do you have something you can share with us that you did?
As a matter of fact, currently I'm working on epoxy plaques. This is the full armor of God.
Mm-hmm.
We are a very religious family, and we were taught, and that's one of the great things about our relationship. We were taught to keep God first.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things that I do, has something to do with God. And
Mm-hmm.
this is only one of the epoxy type plaques that I make. And again, it's something that I can continue to use my hands, continue to use my talent, and
Mm-hmm.
and just keep myself satisfied.
Also an author.
Wow.
And I've written a book. Of course, you'll probably talk about it here
Mm-hmm.
shortly. I wrote a book called The Mississippi Po' Boy,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, I'll probably talk about that a little later on as you get deeper into my life. Um, but currently, I'm also writing another book, and we'll talk about that shortly anyway. But I do things to keep myself busy and to keep my skills sharp.
Mm-hmm. So we do want to dive into the book. We do want to go into that now.
Okay. Of course,
So now, when
yeah,
did you write the book?
I wrote the book after I retired.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wanted a legacy to live on even after I'm gone.
Right.
And the reason why I was motivated to write this book, it was all about my kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, we were traveling to Mississippi for vacation, and
Mm-hmm.
and my kids had not seen real cotton in the raw form, and so there was this cotton field, on the side of the highway that they were asking questions about, and we actually pulled over and got some of that cotton, and they had a chance to look at it and to, kind of figure it all out, and that motivated me to tell them some of the stories of my life,
Mm-hmm.
how I grew up, because of course my life was way different than the life that they are used to.
Right.
And so I wanted them to understand, things were not always easy, for me or my family growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way to do it is to put it in a book where they wouldn't be able to forget anything, and,
That's right.
and they could always go back to the book, and relive some of the things that I actually lived physically.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, that life, growing up back then, I was in lived in the country, and some of the things that I did, were some of the things that slaves did back in slavery
Mhm.
times. When it comes to chopping cotton, picking cotton by
Right.
hands, and things of that nature. I did it all,
Mhm.
and I take my hat off to my parents, because if you weren't working in the fields, then you were working at home. So I got a chance to
Mhm.
use my hands a whole lot, and that's what I'm so
Right.
proud of. That's what I'm so proud of now, is the fact that my mother and my father, especially my father, taught me how to use my hands,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
so when I grew up, a lot of the things that I experienced later on in life, where it came to using my hands, I could go back and thank my father for that. And then some other things that
Right.
where I had to use my mind, or fall back on my religious traits, I can thank my mother for that. So together,
Mhm.
my mother and my father were instrumental in my life.
Mhm. Well, I want to commend you, James, because you've done, from what I've seen, some outstanding things in the military. How you rose up in that chain of command. You are not ashamed of where you came from. A lot of people would basically hide, or try to hide, or look like they've always had it like that. But you are not doing that by sharing in your book. So you're telling the complete story, and I think that we learn more from people's challenges in life than their successes. And for you to just share that my life wasn't easy, I didn't always have a silver spoon in my mouth. Um, I had struggles growing up. That's encouragement for someone else that might be in the same situation, that feel like they have no hope of a better day. But I think with you sharing the complete truth about your life, I mean, it all looks good. You're traveling, you're living well, and you show that uh, on Facebook. We can see it, and people could assume that that's how you've always lived. But to go back and say, "Hey, I struggled. My life was hard at the beginning, and it got better." And you showed that with um, focus, discipline, and more than ever anything, your faith in God. You had the foundation there. Your parents gave you that. So I commend you for sharing the complete truth, and the fact that you're not ashamed of being from Yazoo City and living out in the county, and going through what you've gone through. So I think that I have lost James and Jackie again, and we're going to let them log back on. I believe next time I'm going to go in the house and not in the studio, because if you look behind me, I'm in the recording studio, my husband's studio, and they logged back on. So I think it's something to do with, here they are. Okay. I got you guys back in. So they've rejoined us. Hey, I think it's something to do with the router out here, because I'm out in the studio.
Okay.
But I don't know if James heard all my big spiel
Yes, we can
I
hear
did.
you.
about,
I heard it.
yeah, but I'm just saying I commend you for your honesty. Um, because anyone that will hide the fact of their struggle, or where they came from, or their humble beginnings, you are shortchanging God's blessing in your life. to say that I've always lived like this. I don't care how many degrees you have or whatever the situation is. Um, you if you've succeeded, you've been blessed to have succeeded, and I would never want to pretend that's always been my life and I've always had it like that. Um,
Absolutely.
and you have with what you've done, James, in that book is to share with your kids and other people outside of your family who might have might actually be living what you've overcome and feel like
Exactly.
there's no hope. So you could be someone that they could say, "Hey, look what he went through, and look at where he is," and I think that's a testimony within itself, um, to have that and to have overcome all of those things and not use it as an excuse to do bad things or not care about anybody because my life was hard. So why should I care? So I commend you for that, for writing that book. And like you said, that's a legacy piece for your grandkids because
Exactly.
where I worked at the Shoah Foundation where we archive testimonies from Holocaust survivors, um, for their families to have their stories, for generations to have their stories about what they overcame, the horrors of slavery or Nanjing, China, or the Holocaust or the civil rights. We have Emmett Till's mom's testimony was in the Shoah Foundation, and the Bible itself says we overcome by the what? The power of our testimony.
Exactly.
so so you don't hide your testimony. If your testimony meant, hey, my mom was on drugs, I lived in the project, I had to go through that, and that was I'm going to tell it because it's going to help somebody else. It's not for me to look like a shiny penny, like I've always been this. You know, I'm from Yazoo City, Mississippi. Grew up in Lindsay Lawn Projects. Okay, my mother was a single mom. Look at what God's done.
Amazing.
That's it. So
Hmm.
not me. Look at what God's done. Look what He's allowed me to do. Look at the opportunities He's opened for me to have. So it's to pay it forward.
Hmm.
And so I have to commend you on this book, and the book is available on Amazon, and I have the link in the bio for those who are interested in getting the book. It's a good read. It's not anything, science, or it's straight up, no chaser, organic, authentic in his voice.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So that's something that you might want to read and get for yourself and get for your kids, and hopefully Yazoo's library. Have you put this in the library yet? Have you spoken
I,
to anybody to get a copy of that in the library for
I,
young
I,
men to read?
I have not, but that would be a
Mhm.
great thing to do.
Hmm.
Mhm.
To be able to put it out where people can walk up and check it out the library and read it.
Mhm. Yep. I think you should. So that's something that you can do. And look at the couple here. Where was this?
Where were we?
Uh,
Uh,
This one. Was that one
the-
of the first dates?
no.
we were at a retirement ceremony,
Mhm.
and I had invited my wife there because a friend of mine was retiring,
Mhm.
and we went there and tried to be there for her, and it worked out
Mhm.
real good too.
Celebration.
Great celebration.
Hmm.
Wow. Well, you have both uh, gone on and did some wonderful things with your lives, and you have a beautiful family. You give those who are looking, who have experienced loss like you have in your life with your previous spouses. You're not trying to erase those great memories. You both equally had your own great memory, life, and that family, and the ability to create again because you got to move forward. you're a great example for people who are looking, or maybe not even thought about love the second time around, but love the second time around found them,
Mhm.
Absolutely.
and they
Exactly.
had a decision to make, to say, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm still with the living, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So I'll take it. And then to have the support of a family who's not getting in the way, that wants you to stay, because I've heard the opposite. Okay, I have
Right.
heard the opposite of, nobody's going to take my mom's place, nobody's going to take my dad's place. But
Right.
the thing is, are you coming to live with mom and dad? Are you going to be there with them forever?
Mhm.
That's not, you have to move on with your life, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you're not trying to hide the history of their family and their other, that's a part of our history. And I
Absolutely.
like the fact that you guys honor that with your
Absolutely.
set of kids. You honor that. I'm not here to take the place of your mom. I'm not here to take the place of your dad.
Absolutely.
So that's a lesson, for people who are considering it or hesitate to do it
Right.
because of the stories that they hear from things
Absolutely.
happening.
The main thing is to keep them involved,
Mhm.
Communication.
because
Good.
communication is definitely the key.
Mhm.
And when
Mhm.
when they are involved in not trying to control our lives, but we want them to
Mhm.
be a part of our lives,
Mhm.
and just to show them that it's just not about myself and Jackie, but it's about the A team,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
A team is consists of everybody.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So when we bring them aboard and let them know what's going on in our lives, and they can share with us what's going on in their lives, and it just make everything just that much more smooth.
Well, absolutely.
Wow.
And having the opportunity just to have a group chat and say good morning and hello, and then once a week FaceTime and look at each other
Mhm.
and check on each other. It's important.
So is that what you guys implement? That's a great idea. So you implement time to reach out, family group chats? You do
Yes.
that?
Exactly.
Mhm.
We have a chat.
Wow.
We have a group chat where we will come on every morning and we'll say good morning, and we hope that everybody have a great day. And sometimes throughout that day, throughout their work,
Mhm.
they'll share with us some of the things that they're going through at work, and we could give them um,
Advice.
advice
Mhm.
about some of the things that they
Mhm.
should be doing or whatever. But at the same time, we also do a FaceTime, and
Mhm.
we get a chance to put eyes on each other. Sometimes you can tell somebody that you're doing well, and you could not be.
That's true.
But when you put eyes on that person, you can get a good feeling that, yeah, everything is good. And not
And
to mention, our grandson.
Mhm.
We have a grandson, little James Allen the third,
Mhm.
and he's
Your namesake.
he's my namesake,
Mhm.
Mm.
and so I tell you, and he is the glue that keeps everything together.
He's five.
I hear a proud grandpa.
What you talking about? Yeah,
I
he
hear
is
a
the glue.
proud grandpa.
He is the glue that holds
Wow.
everything together.
And how old is he?
5.
5 years old, going
Five.
on
Five.
25.
That's what I was gonna say. Five going on what?
Going on 25.
Wow.
He's
That
he
is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, he'll be joining us in our family cruise in June, so that'll be awesome.
And I saw that you do travel together. I did think those pictures in, and somehow they didn't got lost in all this stack. But I also see that you guys are campers
we
Absolutely.
we
and
are
fishers. So tell
we
me about this location. Where is this?
Log cabin.
that is not too far from us. It's in a place called Applin, Georgia, and we found this place. It's a recreational place,
Mm-hmm.
and they have log cabins, they have Airbnb, then they have campgrounds, and of course there was so many things that we could do in this area, and we took our time to do each and everything that they had to offer.
Mhm.
Wow. Now, what is this setup here?
We had just set up at a campground, and
Mm-hmm.
of course that is our camper in the picture, and our truck, and
Wow.
we were just setting up, and I'm telling you, camping is a great pastime
Mhm.
that anyone could do, and it
Okay,
gives.
James, this ain't just camping now. This is glamping. Okay?
That's where I
I
come
No,
don't
in.
camp. I will not camp and go sleep on the ground and sleep on no tent. But I will come and camp with y'all any day in this. Okay?
Oh,
This is
absolutely.
glamping. This is not camping.
well, nevertheless, it's enjoyable.
I
Absolutely.
love it. I love it. So did you know that Jackie was a fisher, or did you teach her how to fish?
Well, it's one of those things that came along with the territory,
Mississippi.
and, and
My
of
mom
course,
was a fisherman.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
of course, we're both Mississippians, so we knew a little thing about fishing.
Oh
So
my gosh.
we saw the beautiful. If you see the beautiful lake there,
It's so
uh,
pretty. Yes.
you just had to throw a hook out in the water. So
That's beautiful.
if not for anything else, we did a whole lot of photo shots.
Mm.
We had a great
You
time. We
didn't catch
always,
anything though.
not that day was raining,
Yeah,
thank Lord.
it had rained, and we didn't catch anything. But I think the fact of the matter is we enjoyed each other.
Right. Right. Well, I have enjoyed talking to you guys and getting to know you, and I want to thank you for, just sharing your heart and your truth with us, and trusting me to do this. And when we talked, um we had our tech, because I told you we got to have a tech because things happen, so you'll know what to do. Um, we talked about who inspired you guys and what inspires you, and we talked about your life, and what was important to you, and what would you want to say in your closing. And you guys both wanted to do a tribute to your parents,
Absolutely.
and that
Exactly.
was very important. And can you share with me why? Because I've never had anyone to do their tribute, with their parents. Why was that important for you to do that?
I was very close with my parents, Mary
Mhm,
Lyle Sherman and Robert Lee Sherman. And I'm
mhm.
thankful for everything that they taught me. And they instilled a lot of pride, and I'm just grateful. So I had to give a tribute to my parents.
You know, living in the county, it's not like you can go down the street and see all of your friends and shake hands with everybody or play ball or whatever. You only had a couple of people who were your nearby neighbors, and so we spent a lot of time, around the house and learning things from our parents. And I tell you, our parents were great disciplinarians, and one thing I could really remember about them is that if you messed up, you paid up. And I won't go too deep into that, but I do know that when they were raising us, they raised us. They were hard but fair. And some of the things that we went through, and some of the things that we endured growing up, it was a learning experience, something that I could hold on to for the rest of my life and use as a foundation for my life.
Did we lose you?
I just want to say that you guys, your tribute was beautiful. I had to take a moment,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
Because I'm just saying it was really touching what you're saying about your parents. And a lot of people don't have their parents here still, as you both have lost your parents, and
Absolutely.
the fact that you are a legacy for them. Um, Whenever you share, you're basically sharing what they taught you, and you're the
Exactly.
best of them. You're the best of them, and um, I'm just happy, Jackie, that you guys found each other. Two
Absolutely.
Yazooans. I didn't know he was from Yazoo City.
Absolutely.
I didn't know.
Born and
Darren
bred.
had to tell me he's from Yazoo City, but I'm like, two Yazooans. Oh my God, that's great. But I'm sure that your parents would be proud of you. I mean, you've made a beautiful life for yourselves. And that's what any parent want for their kids. When you sow in your kids, you want them to have better than you. And you want them
Absolutely.
to experience things that they never got to experience because of maybe the time that they came here, the time that they're living in, they couldn't have these things, but you guys have them. So you're living their best life for them. And somehow I think I have lost Jackie and James again. I'm going to wait for them to come on so we can close out. And I think this will be my last time doing a Yazoo live out here, uh, because I'm not sure what's going on with the connection that we keep low. But things like this happens. It happens all the time. It happens on live TV where you lose people. Okay, they're back. They're back on. So they're back. Here we are. I'm ready to close out with you guys. And I was just saying how I'm not sure why it keeps going on but off, but it happens on live TV. so but you two are just, I think, remarkable, a beautiful couple. I pray my blessings over your life, that you continue to live your best life, because that is what your parents sacrificed for you to do. All the things that you're doing, I'm sure they're just amazed of what you're doing with your life, you know.
And we're
So,
trying to pay it forward to our children.
mhm,
So our five plus our daughter-in-law Rachel, we're paying it
mhm,
forward to them because
great.
we want them to have even more.
Mhm. That's it. That's it. Well, I want to thank you both for coming on the platform. Don't be strangers. Anytime you want to share something, you're welcome. Let me know. It's open. It's a private group. It's for Yazooans, but some people jump on just to say, "Can I come on? I want to hear this. I know this person. I want to hear it." But thank you for trusting me. Sorry about the little technical glitches.
It's okay.
I'm not sure what that is, but it could be the new rotor or something that he connected for, because we have a lot going on in this house.
Mhm.
But thank you guys. You're a beautiful couple. God bless you. And please don't leave when I end the platform. Do you guys want to say anything before we close to your loved ones and that's out here? I know your sons and daughters are on here because I see them.
Well, first of all, we want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to share our lives with everybody else. It's very important that some people get a chance to hear uh, how someone else lived, and they could use that to spearhead their lives. And we just want to be appreciative of you, to give us that opportunity to be that face, or that word that we give to inspire them to do better or to keep doing what they're doing.
Absolutely. I think we lost you. Wait, oh, there we
Hallelujah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Yazoo City. We are ending. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties,
go.
but we got a good story tonight. And I would say the theme is love. Love, second chances, and trusting God, and, just try to live your best life.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, we
Oh,
want
hold on. Let me let James come back in here. One second, James. Let me get you back in here. Where did you go? There you go.
yeah, and last but not least, we want to give a shout out to our kids because they are the ones that we want to be examples for.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And we know that they're watching, and if they're not watching, they will see this.
Mhm.
So we want to make sure that they know that we do things to try to set the example for them,
Mhm.
and want to let them know that we love them, and not only that, we've tried to set the examples for many other people to emulate. So if
Mhm.
we could do that in life and still be able to enjoy ourselves, I think the world is going to be a better world.
Right.
That's a word.
And
That's a word.
we
All
also
right.
have some brothers and sisters in Yazoo City. You have brothers.
Shout out.
And then I have a brother in Jackson, Mickey, and a brother in Detroit, George, and my
Mhm.
sister Marcia. You know
Mhm.
a lot of my family,
Yeah.
so just want to let them know we love them as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have some siblings that's still in Yazoo City, and that's Ida and William, Versi, and have a whole host of nieces and nephews. I don't even want to start that calling names, but nevertheless, we want them to know that we appreciate them because
Mhm.
they are my older siblings. And
Mhm.
not only did I learn from my parents, but I learned from them too, whether
Mhm.
whether it was good or bad. And so it gave me the opportunity to filter out the good stuff from the junk, and
That's right.
so I was able to make better decisions.
Mhm.
So I
And learn from
appreciate.
their mistakes too.
I'm here to tell you.
Right. And my nephew John, hello to you, darling.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to close out now, and I'm going to say good night and thank you. And this video will live on the Facebook page
Okay.
for a while, and then I'm going to send you guys a copy because I'm
Oh,
going
Okay.
to download.
Sounds
So
awesome.
good.
I'll send this. So this will be a part of your family history's archive because your grandkids will now know your story, how you met her, the history. This is
There you
history.
go.
So we want to record this
Absolutely.
and keep it,
That is
from your
great.
own voice.
Thank
So
you
this
so
is
much.
great. All
Well,
right. Good night, Yazoo City. Say good
thank
night,
you. Good night to
y'all.
everybody.
Say good
Thank you for
night.
watching. Thank you.
Wait, let me make sure.
Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Okay. It stopped. Hold on one second. Y'all stay there. Stop screening. Okay. Now let me